Burkina Faso stands at a crucial crossroads in its history. As the interim presidency of Captain Ibrahim Traoré approaches its end, a wave of public sentiment is sweeping across the nation. Despite his initial promise to hold fresh elections, thousands of Burkinabe citizens are rallying behind Traoré, demanding that he continue his leadership. His interim role has evolved into a symbol of hope and resistance against external pressures, fueling the belief that elections might undermine the progress already made. But why are the people so insistent? What has sparked this revolutionary Pan-African spirit that refuses to be ignored? Today, we'll explore the incredible achievements of Ibrahim Traoré and why the people of Burkina Faso believe that his leadership is vital for the future of their country. His vision extends beyond Burkina Faso's borders, representing a larger Pan-African movement calling for greater autonomy and unity. Could his vision for a self-reliant nation be the turning point for the entire Sahel region? Before we dive into the details, make sure to subscribe to the African Web and hit the bell icon for more insightful content on Africa's progress and development. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership began in October 2022, and his time in office has been nothing short of transformative for Burkina Faso. His approach to governance has been centered around sovereignty, pushing back against foreign influence and advocating for African solutions to African problems. His commitment to agricultural reform and economic independence has ignited a sense of national pride that resonates from the capital city of Ouagadougou to the remote villages of the Sahel. But why do the people trust Traoré so deeply? What makes them want to retain him as their leader instead of opting for elections? It's not just about policies, it's about leadership that understands the heartbeat of its people. His vision isn't just about national pride, it's about ensuring a future where Burkina Faso stands as a beacon of hope for other African nations. By taking a firm stance on self-reliance, Traoré has fostered a new level of confidence among his people. His leadership has inspired the Burkinabe population to believe in a future where they control their own destiny without external interference. One of Traoré's most significant achievements has been his push for an agricultural renaissance, drawing inspiration from Burkina Faso's former revolutionary leader, Thomas Sankara. Traoré has tapped into the legacy of Sankara by promoting local farming techniques and investing in infrastructure to support sustainable agriculture. Under Traoré's leadership, two monumental programs, the Agro-Pastoral Offensive and the Presidential Initiative for Food Self-Sufficiency, have redefined the country's farming landscape. These initiatives not only feed the population, but also challenge the colonial narrative that Africa must rely on foreign imports. Could this be the model for other African nations to follow as they seek food independence and security? The agricultural reforms are setting an example that could fundamentally alter the way African nations approach food security. Beyond agriculture, Traoré has made bold moves in the mining sector. He initiated a national dialogue that brought together local communities and mining experts to ensure that Burkina Faso's resources are used sustainably and transparently. By halting gold exports and establishing Burkina Faso's first ever gold refinery, Traoré has ensured that the country's natural resources benefit its people directly. This move has already increased national revenue and created new jobs, injecting life into the local economy. For too long, Africa's wealth has been drained by foreign powers through opaque mining deals. Traoré's leadership in this sector is a blueprint for other nations to consider, offering a path to economic self-determination. Can other African countries follow suit and take control of their own resources? In addition to economic reform, Traoré has tackled one of the biggest threats to Burkina Faso, terrorism. His administration has not only fortified military defenses, but also worked closely with local communities to address the root causes of extremism. By strengthening military ties with Russia and other Sahel nations, he has provided the Burkinabe military with the tools they need to defend their homeland. These strategic partnerships have allowed Burkina Faso to develop a more robust defense system, decreasing the reliance on Western military interventions. Could this be the start of a stronger, more secure Sahel region? With the security landscape shifting, Traoré's approach might inspire other African leaders to rethink their own defense strategies. His comprehensive strategy includes fostering community resilience and creating local economic opportunities to undermine extremist recruitment. In the fight against terrorism, Traoré's approach is not only proactive but also comprehensive, addressing both security and social issues. However, Traoré's popularity isn't just because of his large-scale reforms. His leadership style is grounded in humility, and his hands-on approach resonates deeply with the Burkina people. Just like Sankara, Traoré refused to accept a presidential salary, and he has worked to reduce the bloated wages of corrupt politicians. In a political climate where wealth and power often come before the needs of the people, this commitment to fairness sets Traoré apart. His ability to lead by example has given the Burkina people a reason to believe that they are finally being represented by someone who truly understands their struggles. This sense of connection between the leader and the people is one of the defining aspects of Traoré's leadership. As the nation approaches consultations on the future of its leadership, the people's demands are clear. This push for Traoré's continued leadership is not just about avoiding elections, but about preserving the momentum that has already been achieved. They don't want elections. They want Captain Ibrahim Traoré to continue leading them on the path to self-reliance and prosperity. This demand is not just a national movement, but part of a broader Pan-African vision that sees leaders like Traoré as symbols of Africa's rising independence. This surge of Pan-Africanism is not just about Burkina Faso. It represents a new era of African unity and self-governance. The people's desire for Traoré's continued leadership is about safeguarding the progress that has already been made, and it's also about charting a new course for the future. The future of Burkina Faso is at a critical juncture, and the voices of the people are louder than ever. The desire for Traoré to remain in power reflects a broader African movement calling for stronger leadership and self-reliance. What will happen next? Will Traoré remain in power, or will the calls for elections take precedence? This decision could shape not just Burkina Faso, but also influence the entire Sahel region's approach to governance. Could this moment become a blueprint for African nations seeking to break free from neocolonial influence? Traoré's leadership has the potential to redefine governance in Africa, offering a model of sovereignty and self-reliance that other nations might follow. His tenure could be a defining moment in Africa's struggle for true independence, sparking similar movements across the continent. The outcome of this critical period will likely set precedents for future African leaders. We'll continue to monitor the developments and keep you updated on this revolutionary story. In the meantime, what do you think? Should Captain Ibrahim Traoré continue to lead Burkina Faso, or should the country return to civilian rule through elections? Your perspective matters, so share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the African Web for more insights on Africa's progress and transformation. Until next time, think about this. Could Captain Traoré's leadership model be the key to breaking Africa's cycle of exploitation and dependence? Could we be witnessing the start of a new era in African governance? The future of the continent may hinge on the decisions being made in Burkina Faso right now.